boyfriend.
That is absolutely true. Come here. The guy that's willing to do anything for the girl is always the one that's patiently waiting for the boyfriend to make.
All right, so yo, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to another Courtney Ryan video. What am I wearing? That's none of your business. Enjoy the video. Let's hop in.
Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok video. This one went viral, and for good reason. It's pretty short, sweet, to the point, but we're going to watch it together and then reconvene, and I will tell you what I think. So let's get started. So actually, there's the original video, which is super short, and then the guy that's reacting to it, I'm going to watch that one specifically because I think he makes some good points that I want to elaborate on a little bit.
Every girl knows a guy who would do anything for her, and he's not her boyfriend.
That is absolutely true. Come here. The guy that's willing to do anything for the girl is always the one that's patiently waiting for the boyfriend to make one mistake. Just one. For the boyfriend to forget an anniversary, right? Or upset her in any way. All of a sudden, the guy that's willing to do anything for the girl, he swoops in. He's like, oh, if there's anything you need, I'm right here. Okay, just know this as a boyfriend, right? What you won't do for your significant other, somebody else will. And 9 times out of 10, they are closer than you think. And they are always watching.
Honestly, guys, I hate to admit it, but it's absolutely true. Every girl knows a guy who would do absolutely anything for her. And it's not her boyfriend. Maybe not every girl, okay? I'm not going to generalize and say every single girl, but I'd say it's absolutely, positively, definitely the majority. I guarantee some of you guys are that guy or have been in the past. And this guy kind of took it a different route than I'm going to go, talking about, you know, if you're the guy who's in the relationship, know that there's a guy who would do anything for your girlfriend, and he's closer than you think. But I'm going to take it the other direction and talk about being that other guy. Because I think a lot of you specifically are in that situation. And what makes me think that is because I've done a lot of videos about, you know, how to get out of the friend zone, or, you know, signs that she's using you, or how to tell if you're the fill-in guy, or how to stop being a simp. All of these videos kind of fall into the same category of this guy who wants so desperately to be with a girl who's really not interested. Goes back to the chasing versus pursuing thing that I've talked about so many times as well. And the amount of views that those videos get just lead me to believe that a lot of you are this side guy, or the fill-in guy, or the guy who is just waiting for the boyfriend to mess up, and you swoop in and then she still doesn't want you. So I'm going to talk about a couple things here, and just give you guys some words of encouragement to move on from being this guy in your life, because life is a lot better when you're not the side guy. So
Yeah. All right, so before she goes in, I'm just going to give you like a quick caveat. So yeah, I can relate to both situations, being in currently being in a relationship, and being the guy on the side, and that's technically a situationship since we're giving it names. But being the guy on the side is usually like a very emotionally crushing thing to be. Like it is soul crushing because you're kind of like an orbiter. You're just orbiting. You're just hanging around, waiting for like a moment of weakness. It's even not looking back on it with the knowledge, like with the knowledge I have now. That's pretty predatory because it's like you're stalking. You're just stalking your prey, and then you're waiting for that moment of weakness where either there's like a turbulent moment in the person's relationship, excuse me, or there's just something that's a little off and you just swoop in and you take over from there. But more often than not, right? And more often than not, you sacrifice pieces of yourself because you're trying to, at some point you start trying to conform to what you think the girl you're trying to get is going after. Okay, oh, her boyfriend is a cool, calm, blah 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 person, and that's not your temperament. You're more outgoing, you're more outspoken and all that, and so you're not trying to kind of like fit that mold because you see that that's what she likes or that's what she currently likes, and you're sacrificing bits and pieces of yourself. That's one. Two, you're kind of getting in your own way because Now you're stuck up on something. You're stuck up on something or someone, rather. You're stuck up on someone that's already with someone else, and your own goal isn't to get someone else of your own. You're trying to take from someone else, and if you think like if you actually process it, if you actually think about it, think of the cycle here. Okay, you succeed in getting the girl and you start dating her, and then she also has friends, and one of them becomes an orbiter, and then the same thing happens. And to be honest, that would give you some level of insecurity. Believe me, like I've been there, and it would give you some level of insecurity because in your head you're like paranoid because you know what you've been doing as a side guy. You know the moves that you make. You know how like things you know how the thing operates. You know how you've been doing your stuff before you got the babe. And then when you get the babe and you see similar patterns, it kind of sets off your insecurities and stuff like that. And that kind of is that now doesn't work for the relationship. That's if you don't address it on time. And at the end of the day, you eventually regret because first of all, if you get the babe from that circumstance, right? First of all, you probably won't be yourself with the babe, and then sooner or later, you guys will break up because you're not going to be yourself. You're going to be you definitely be pretending just for her to like you, and then once your true colors start coming out, she would leave. There's no bargaining. There's no she would leave. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation in the long run. And at some point you have to like sit down and think to yourself, yo, is this what I really want to do with myself? Do I want to keep on being the side guy? Do I want to keep, trying to get someone else's babe? That kind of thing. Like it doesn't make sense in the long run. So yeah. Yeah, I just felt like I should like share that experience with you guys before we kind of like let her run and see if she says some similar things. But yeah.
Should be doing that. However, you should not be a doormat or a pushover or a guy who is getting absolutely nothing out of this, but willing to drop anything, anytime, anywhere, hoping that this girl will like you, hoping that she'll come around, waiting for the boyfriend to make a mistake and be the guy that she vents to, and then she just ends up going back to the boyfriend and you're sitting there feeling stupid. So
Yeah.
we don't want you to be
Yeah,
that
you
guy.
you feel
Really, the
silly.
point here is that so many of you are just waiting around, hoping that a girl will like you, and honestly, you're completely wasting your time. Because you think doing things like grand gestures, chasing her, doing anything for her at any given moment, or waiting around
Yes, my queen. Oh, you want ice cream? Okay. You run and you get the ice cream. Oh, um you want cookies. Oh, you want to hang out today. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Let's hang out. Oh, your boyfriend is fighting with you. Oh, let me rush to your rescue and be like, oh, let me be this the shoulder for you to cry on and stuff like that. Yo, it doesn't work. In the long run, it doesn't work because, as she said, what ends up happening, like most times, it's only I can like out of the many times I've been the side guy, it's only once that I've actually gotten into a relationship with the person, and it was still very weird. Like it was still very very weird. So at the end of the day, it still doesn't work because more often than not, the girl will be like, this guy doesn't have anything he's doing. Like, oh, I want to hang out and he's always there, or it's like you're always there, you're not giving the person breathing space, you're not allowing the person experience like other things. You're also not experiencing other things. You're also not like kind of like having any personal growth. And worst of it, most of the time you're going to be trying to conform to what she likes, and you start realizing that your own opinion you start sacrificing your own opinions, apart from the fact that you're losing monetarily because you'll be spending unnecessary money on the person, right? Because you're trying to please her. Two, you're losing time because that time you could have been using it to find someone else that fits you, right? Or find someone else that would appreciate you for you, or also develop yourself as a man, right? You're also losing time like that, and then finally you're also losing yourself and self-esteem.
Around until she's single, if she's currently in a relationship, will somehow in the end mean that eventually she'll want to be with you. And most of the time, that's not the case. And most of the time, that's not how it works out. And
Yeah,
some women do, in fact,
facts.
use this to their advantage. Of course, not all women. It's not always a malicious thing. Sometimes it's you, buddy. You guys are smart enough to know I'm not saying that all women will use you, but there are women who will certainly use this to their advantage, and there are some easy ways to tell if that's happening. And I'm going to give you a few of the common examples just so that you know. She only texts you when she needs something. Everything is one-sided. She only wants to hang out with you when you're taking her to a nice meal or buying something from her. I could go on and on here, but those are some of the most common ones. So you can get mad at the girl in that situation. I do think there
Yeah.
are some girls, again, who use this to their advantage. Maybe they don't have the best intentions and they know that they can kind of walk all over you. I think a lot
Yeah.
of the time, though, girls don't really do this in a malicious way. And it's more of a what you allow is what will continue thing. Like you're letting someone treat you like a doormat. You're letting someone walk all over you. You're doing anything for this person anytime they ask. You're going above and beyond and out of your way. And it's not a mutually beneficial relationship. It's
Yeah, okay, so the points that she made about it is what you allow, that is very, very important because, again, I'm using my personal experience. Again, because you're trying to conform and you're trying to get this person to like you, there is going to be a lot of things that you would let slide and it's going to crush your soul. Like it is going to ruin you, it's going to wreck you, it's going to keep you up at night because there will be some days where you would think, oh, this person is feeling me. Okay, I finally gotten the girl. Oh, she's um not talking with her boyfriend, blah blah blah, or her and her boyfriend are having issues, and you're the one she's talking with. So you guys are hanging out a little more. Um, you guys are doing things more. You guys are texting more, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden she just ghosts you, and then you find out that oh she's back with her boyfriend, or oh her and her boyfriend they're talking again, and you start feeling like shit because you're like, I thought this was a done deal, and like it will start messing with you, and then for some reason it would make you want to try harder, and you just wait for another opportunity, and then when you get that second opportunity or the next opportunity, you'd keep on you'd go harder and harder, and then it just becomes a very, very terrible cycle. So yeah, what you allow is eventually what's going to dictate the boundaries for the relationship. Again, there will be lots of like insults, jokey insults, some boundary crossings that you otherwise wouldn't have allowed, right? Just because again you're trying to conform, you're trying to get this person to like you, and in the end of it, because you have no boundaries, because you're allowing this person walk all over you, the person is going to take advantage of that, and they will take advantage of it to the that's if the person is aware of what they're doing. Most times some people will just be put off and they'll just be like, this guy is kind of weird, and yeah, but more often than not, ladies can pick up on that kind of thing and they'll know that this person would do anything, and they would take that. They would actually take that, and yeah, you'd end up in a very, very terrible situation. You end up in a very, very terrible place. So yeah, I don't want to. I've watched the full video. So if you want to check out the full video, you can go check her out. I didn't want this video to be like really long. So yeah, take care, stay safe. I don't know why I'm wearing this, but yeah. All right, peace. Were you seriously just going to enjoy the video and not like or leave a comment or subscribe? Really? Really?